My hat! It has been a while since I've showed my drag car here. This is the Fox Body Mustang body. This is a build. Some of you probably followed the build on my channel, but I decided to take it out and do some speed runs. Now, just a quick little comparison. According to Traxxas, the drag slash that they have now is 5.23 pounds. That's about 2.37 kilos. My car with body, everything the way you saw it, without a battery, is 2.08 kilos. Now, the difference, I have this bar here, the shock tower. This is longer. This is by Proline. That's the true track. I also have the GTR shocks. These are the long shocks, so they're generally found in the front. You would use in the front of a slash. And black springs. Oil, I actually have diff fluid for the oil. Now here I have the stock shocks, but notice I cut away on the caster blocks there. I also put some fuel tubing so that the nose wouldn't dive and then scrape up the body. So I do have more droop than the stock. I like the way it tracks, to be honest. There's no TSM. You probably noticed the TQ on the receiver. If you look at this, it has a 19-tooth pinion. So it is the 56 spur and 19 for a ratio of 2.95. This is going to be important when I'm doing the runs. Now, here I'm going to be doing some runs and you're going to see how it tracks. Now, the drag slash comes with a ratio of a 3.45 because it's a 76 spur 22 pinion. It does have an optional 29 pinion, but this here, it actually tracks really straight if I'm in front of the vehicle or behind the vehicle. I'm neither in front nor behind it, so sometimes I oversteer a little too much. At this point, I'm just doing some starts. I'm just, taking off, doing some takeoffs, just so you can see that it tracks pretty straight. The Proline differential, I did put some oil in there. Actually, I have 1 million oil in there, and I think it is perfect. Considering I don't have TSM or any of those assists. It takes off nice. Sometimes it hits the wheelie bar, sometimes it does not, and even if it hits the wheelie bar, it's easy to control. So that's what I'm doing right now. Now, some people, for example, even the guys at A-Main, when they tested their drag slash, they got 39 miles per hour. I know another gentleman that got 37 miles per hour on stock 2S. Now, some people have switched over to the optional pinion gear and have gotten 48 miles per hour. As of this time, the highest pinion I have is a 19 tooth, so the other ones I'm going to have to pick up some others because the motor runs really cool with this 19 tooth. And the car is so easy to drive with this setup. So something I would recommend is consider building your own car. They're actually, they're fun to build, but then you can pick and choose your parts because I think the Proline shock tower and the GTR shocks are the way to go. And here, I'm going to consistently get 67 kilometers per hour, which is 41.6 miles per hour with the Valinian system. So this is the a Valinian system, just like you would find on a VXL slash or the drag slash. The same thing. There's only one time I'm going to get slightly slower, but as you will see, I actually slowed down so I wouldn't crash. And that was just driver error, nothing to do with the car. The car actually drives and handles great. At some point in the future, I am going to replace the gears once I pick the different gears up. Because like I said, it runs very cool, and it reaches top speed before 135 feet. So that's the reason why I want to gear up. I want to see if I can get higher speed. If eventually I gear up too much where the motor starts overheating or I end up losing top speed, then I'll replace it. So here it is. This is the slow one where I almost crashed. 65, still not too bad. My cameraman was recording upside down. She does a great job usually. I don't know what happened there. But here we go. So just look at the runs. They look pretty neat. And I was thinking of buying the drag slash, but I think I'm just going to build a second drag car. And I'm going to go over pricing in a different video of how much it costs to build this one, and then how much I'm planning on spending on building the next one. Although I already have some parts, I'm just going to put a price there for you. But the drag slash, if you like it, you want it, buy it, go for it. It's your money. It's a beautiful looking truck. If you want to have other options, some better equipment, for example, that shock tower, which is wider so your shocks fit farther out, then build your own. Again, you would get the GTR shocks to go with it, which I think are the better option. But here we go. So we're looking at 67. You know, so 3 times I got 67. The one time I slowed down significantly, I got 65. So it's just a kilometer difference. About, let's say, 1.5 miles. Not quite, but somewhere around there. But again, it tracks very nice. And let's see, as soon as the cars pass, I'm going to go again. It's generally on the way back. There I was going slow. But here we go. That was my fault. That was completely my fault. Now, bodies too. Keep in mind, if you build it, you have more options for bodies. Okay, that was the slow speed, 64. Usually I get 67. But yeah, so the runs that I'm showing you are just some of the runs, not all of the runs. I didn't want to make this video, you know, add too many. I figured with these you would get a good sense, good idea. And mainly how the car tracks. Of course, the driver is in the wrong spot. I keep steering the car toward me instead of on a straight line. Can't really seem to measure those angles now, can I? One of the things though, the front tires actually hit the body, so I'm not sure if you've noticed there's those clear little areas near the fenders. That's because the tires rub, which is why whenever I brake and then try to turn, it breaks that wheel, and then it's a little challenging to control. But here we go, 67 kilometers per hour. Again, that's 41.6 miles per hour. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment and subscribe.
Oh, my hair! My arm! My rod!